What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm just doing a recap of the Alabama versus South Florida game. What can I say? The Alabama Crimson Tide have a lot of things they need to work on. The team overall just looks unfocused. Um, just a lot of mental errors. I mean, I don't know what it is with the team. It just seems like there's no focus there. There's no drive, and I just don't get it. It's like Alabama's going backwards. We started Tyler Buchner in this matchup. And like I stated in my previous video, Tyler Buchner had some games where he looked, decent. Of course, he had some bad games. They lost against Marshall last season, so that was a red flag, for a lot of people. But he played pretty decent against Ohio State last season and South Carolina. But this matchup is like he didn't know what he was doing, missing passes, throwing the ball in the ground, just very, very inaccurate. And if that's what we're going to put out on the field, Alabama's going to be in trouble. You know, we got Ole Miss coming up this week, this Saturday, and Alabama's going to be in a lot of trouble. I'm just put it like that. You have a guy in Lane Kiffin that's been in the program, as well as Pete Golden. So you have two former Nick Saban assistants, that know the system, know Nick Saban. Especially Pete Golden knows how Alabama wants to play defense, and that could be a recipe for disaster for the Crimson Tide if they don't fix their problems. Uh, at this point, I feel like some of the problems won't get fixed. We're just gonna have to ride with what we got. Um, I don't get the mental errors. I really don't. The offsides and stuff like that. The penalties. I mean, we probably would have had more points on the board. They pulled away that interception from Kool-Aid McKinstry because of mental errors, and I just don't get it. As far as Nick Saban, he doesn't have that. We used to him. Back in the day, throwing headsets and stuff like that. He doesn't do any of that anymore, and that's understandable because he's older. But you just don't see him getting on players or even coaches at this point. And I just don't get what's going on. Uh, South Florida played really, really good. No offense to them, but Alabama should have beat them in bigger fashion. But when you give a team like South Florida chances, they can potentially beat you. And we almost lost that game yesterday. I mean, we went for the defense playing really good for the most part. This game could have been out of whack, and that's part of the reason why uh, I still believe in my Tide. But this next matchup against Ole Miss is going to be tough. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. Um, just a lot of things we need to work on. You know, Finally got the run game, you know, consistently going in the fourth quarter. We did finish the game with a lot of rush yards. I forgot what I said. I think it was like almost 200. But I think the recipe going forward: run the ball, play good defense, and uh, I don't even know who needs to be the quarterback at this point. A lot of people want Ty Simpson to be the guy. Uh, in my opinion, I'm gonna give my opinion on all three quarterbacks. With Ty Simpson is green. He's new to the college game, and you can tell. Um, he has a lot of learning to do. It was at times where he held on to the ball too long, and it was times where the O line just didn't block for him. So a lot of this blame goes on the O line as well. But Ty Simpson, it's like his progression is slow. You know, he can get the ball out. I think he's the better passer out of all three, but just needs more experience. So uh, I wouldn't put him out there against Ole Miss, but a lot of people probably would think so. But I think that'd be a recipe of disaster considering how the O line has been playing. I don't want him to get killed back there. South Florida doggone near did it, in this last matchup. So, um, and with Tyler Buchner, just inaccurate. I mean, we had guys wide open. He missing plays, throwing the ball on the ground. Tyler Buckner is, in my opinion, he should be the third quarterback, behind Ty Simpson. And with Jalen Miro, I feel like Miro give us a better chance at, winning games, even though he turns the ball over. He makes bad decisions with passing the ball. If he can only fix that and also, read a defense, we'll be fine. But each quarterback has their cons, and but I feel like Jalen Miro should be the guy going forward. Ty Simpson should be number two. Tyler Buckner, I feel like we shouldn't put him back on the field unless it's an emergency. He's not ready, and that's weird considering that he's played under Tommy Rees. Um, but Bama needs to fix their problems. They got the victory, so it's been times where Alabama, when we all know us old Alabama fans from back in the day that have been watching them, you know, we've been through some rough times, and it was times where we lost games, like you know, had bad seasons and stuff like that. But we should beat teams like South Florida. No offense to South Florida, but we should have dominated them. But we can take this as a learning experience. Try to get better. You know, maybe they'll get up for Ole Miss. Hopefully. Because starting next week, we're gonna really see what Alabama's about. We could potentially lose a lot of games this season if they don't clean up, their act. They're not playing to the standard. They're not playing good football. You can't tell me that Alabama can't do a better job than what they're doing. You know, and then we got guys on the bench. And I'm gonna be honest. Let's speak on the defense. The defense, for the most part, did fine. Uh, we allowed a lot of quarterback scrambles on third down, letting them get first down. But I like the rotation we had on the D line. Uh, I don't know who's number 44, but I like him playing on that D line. They start to get pressure. Like I said, start playing some of these second and third string guys. Let them get some pressure. We at this point, Alabama just needs to learn. Put the young guys in there and let them play. That's why if Ty Simpson were to start, I wouldn't, feel upset about that, because at this point I feel like just put some young guys in there that's hungry, put them in there and let them play. We was able to get some pressure with the D line late, um, you know, but defense gonna be our ace going forward. Hopefully they can play up to the standard. But we're going against an Ole Miss team that's really, really good. They got Lane Kiffin, great offensive mind, knows how to uh, scheme really, really well. It's going to be another test. We lost the first one against Texas with Sarkisian, great offensive mind. Now we're going against another great offensive mind and Lane Kiffin. So defense better be ready, and the offense needs to pick it up, and they need to pick it up fast. Nick Saban needs to do something with that O-line. Just overall, was putting blame on, the tackles and stuff like that. And I know Tyler Booker wasn't in the game, but one guy shouldn't dictate how well the O-line plays. I know he's a leader, but the other players know the standard, and they should step up. So hopefully we can get this fixed, man. But if not, it's going to be a rough season for Alabama fans. And I'm not going to leave a team. I love Alabama. I grew up being an Alabama fan, so I'm still Alabama till I die. But are we? Is the dynasty over, or are we not as good as we think? Is Nick Saban lost his touch? Or is it the players? Is it NIL? What do you guys think it is? You guys let me know in the comment section. But it's still not over yet. We can still win out for the rest of the season, and have a good season. That's all I have for the video. Thanks for watching, and roll tide.